The United States agreed to Iran's request to change the venue of the upcoming February 6 nuclear negotiations, according to reports. The talks, which were earlier planned to be held in Turkey, are now expected to take place in Oman, diplomatic sources said. Officials familiar with the discussion said negotiations are still underway over whether other regional partners will also be invited to participate in the upcoming talks. According to new reports, Iran has expressed a preference to hold the nuclear negotiations with the United States in a strictly bilateral format rather than a broader multilateral setting. The outlet Axios reported that Iranian representatives appear to be walking back from several understandings that have been reached between the two sides in recent days. This development comes as multiple countries had already been invited to participate in the anticipated US-Iran diplomatic discussions scheduled for this week. Reports also suggest that Iranian negotiators want to confine the agenda exclusively to nuclear-related issues, deliberately leaving out topics such as ballistic missiles and regional proxy groups. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Baghai thanked those nations that played a constructive role in preparing the conditions necessary for these renewed diplomatic exchanges. On February 3, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi held separate phone calls with the foreign ministers of Qatar, Turkey, Oman, and Kuwait to discuss the status of the negotiations. Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson described the Iranian nuclear issue as extremely complex, emphasizing the difficulty of achieving quick progress. Qatar also stated that no nation should be excluded from the upcoming talks, and stressed that the dialogue should cover all regional concerns, not just the nuclear aspect.
Qatar has always seen from day one that the only place where all of these disagreements will be solved is the negotiation table. And the prolonging reaching an agreement and delaying getting to the negotiation table will only mean more hardship for the peoples of the region. And therefore we've always pushed for the idea that regardless of our evaluation of the parties, regardless of the current status of these disagreements, regardless who the parties are, sitting down on the table is the only way forward for any conflict, any escalation that is happening around the region. And this is why we've been working very closely with our partners on all the conflicts that are brewing or ongoing right now in the region to make sure that we move it towards the negotiations rather than fighting in the field.
These diplomatic developments came as the United States reported two very aggressive actions by Iran against American naval vessels on February 3. U.S. Central Command said that American forces shot down an Iranian Shahed surveillance drone after it approached the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. CENTCOM stated that the Iranian drone was flying in a threatening manner toward the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. In response, an F-35C fighter jet launched from the Abraham Lincoln intercepted and destroyed the drone in an act of self-defense. The command also reported that forces from Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps harassed a US-flagged commercial tanker while it was transiting the Strait of Hormuz. According to CENTCOM, two IRGC fast boats, accompanied by an Iranian Mohajer drone, approached the merchant vessel MV Stena, prompting a defensive response from nearby US ships. In reaction to this, the guided missile destroyer USS Mekfal was deployed to escort the Stena and provide protective support during its passage through the strait. Iranian media later claimed that the American aircraft carrier group had withdrawn roughly 1,400 kilometers away from the Iranian port city of Chabahar following these incidents. Fast News Agency reported that the U.S. carrier strike group is currently operating farther south, in waters near the Gulf of Aden.